We're talking about fan art in the new releases today. We got a couple pieces of really interesting fan art, and I thought you'd like to see them. And hello everyone, it is Tom at FANzine Live. We are doing the new releases video for this week. This is a very interesting one, and it goes to the whole idea of fans making zines. And in this case, we're looking at a cartoonist named Carl Lucas. We've looked at his work before. He did 2 books that you wouldn't necessarily think an individual would publish. But he did. And here's how he pulled it off. He did them as fanzines. He did them as labors of love for 2 of his favorite comic properties, I guess you would say. And I think he did actually a pretty nice job. There is precedent for this. Obviously, Carl does not own Spider-Man. He does not own the Uncanny X-Men. He has no copyright claim to either of them. But there is precedence for this, and probably the most recent one of note, professional artist named John Byrne did a series of stories and pencil art for this very same X-Men. And here's an example of a page he did, and this is called the X-Men Elsewhen series. Byrne, on his website, decided to tell the story of the X-Men post his departure. So basically right at the death of Phoenix. Just play the thing out as if he was the writer and artist for the whole thing. Byrne never published this material. This was posted on a website. These are rough pencils, as you can see. He never inked them. He did put computer lettering in. Byrne did this page. It has properties that are owned by Disney. At the time, they were owned by Marvel Comics when he was working on them. He is not making a dime off of this. He is doing it to scratch a creative itch. And he had a lot of fun with it, and people had a lot of fun with it. You should see the stuff online of people who took some of those Byrne Elsewhen pages and inked them themselves. Great example is here in My Own Strange Time 6, where Keith Newsom took an Elsewhen page and decided to ink John Byrne, which was pretty cool. And he even says here, inking and coloring Mr. Byrne's work was a bucket list item. So that was Byrne's approach. Now let's get to our friend Carl. Carl loves Spider-Man. Carl loves the X-Men, and he did his own version of these. These are mini comics, real simple, quarter page, and as you will see in here, Carl has no listing of copyright, no listing of publication, no listing of price. He just decided to make a Spider-Man story. And in the same vein, he just did this. I ran into Carl at a cartoonist get together. He said, "Hey, have you seen my Spider-Man and my X-Men?" And I'm like, "What? You did Spider-Man and X-Men?" He said, "Yeah." And he handed me these. It's just a labor of love. So let's look at these labors of love, and we're not going to read them, but I will show you some contact information for Carl in case you can work something out to get a copy of them. And as you can see, he does a pretty nice looking piece. And he even says here, "Thanks to Steve Ditko, Stan Lee, and Spider-Man fans everywhere." I like how he put Steve Ditko first, because there's always the question of who really created Spider-Man. You've got yourself your Venom. You've got some fun action type stuff. Got some Black Cat. Looks like Craven. Looks like Hobgoblin or Green Goblin. I'm really impressed. Carl did a real nice job. He has a nice clean style, easy to see what's going on, and he's able to pack a number of panels on some of these pages into a single quarter page. I mean, 4 panels here. He was able to do a fun 4-panel combination here with a lot of white space. Here he did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages, or panels, excuse me. Then he threw in Doc Ock. Then you got a bit of a final fight. Then he wraps it up with the end? Question mark. Then for the X-Men, looks like from the looks of it, we're looking at actually a John Byrne era X-Men, because that looks like the John Byrne era Colossus uniform, and of course having the Angel. Now that may have been just a pinup, because we immediately jump into Deadpool, and it says, "Wholly unauthorized content, Wolvie. I just landed in a bootleg Marvel comic book." So he's having some fun with it already. So you've got Wolverine, you've got Deadpool. Carl's time period of X-Men enjoyment clearly comes a little bit after mine. I didn't have anything from, I don't think I've ever read actually a Deadpool comic, though I did read a Magneto comic, and I've seen Phoenix and Dark Phoenix. Nice little action scene too. Cool. And he wraps it up with a pinup of, I believe this is, what do they call her, X-23. I like how Wolverine goes after a samurai. Nice touch. Little Wolverine going after the Sentinels. And then we wrap it up. So Carl's got a website. You can reach him there. I'll put the piece in the show notes. But yeah, 2 pieces of fan art. So pretty cool. Folks, this is FANzine Live, the new releases. We've looked at Carl Lucas's Spider-Man and the Uncanny X-Men. Go figure. Thanks for watching, everybody. Leave a comment. Have you done any fan art of your own? Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your friends if you're so inclined, because the more people who learn about the new zines and the different zines that are out there, the better off we all are. Thanks again for watching, everybody. This has been Tom. This is FANzine Live. I will catch you next time.